Elon Musk says a massive secret next door is about to be exposed. Watch before they delete this. Stay right here and do not scroll away, because what you are about to hear is not loud, not dramatic, and not built on fear, yet it carries a depth that quietly pulls your attention the more you listen, and if you stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you, something that fits into place in a way that feels calm, clear, and strangely familiar. This is not about panic or urgency, it is about understanding. Elon Musk has a way of speaking that is subtle, often indirect, and when he recently hinted at a massive secret next door, he was not shouting it out to the world, he was placing it gently in plain sight, knowing that only those who slow down and listen carefully would notice what he truly meant. The reason it feels like a secret is not because it is hidden behind walls or locked doors, but because it exists so close to everyday life that most people overlook it completely. Stay till the end, because once you recognize it, you start seeing it everywhere, and that shift in awareness changes how you look at the future. What Elon Musk often talks about is not a single product or a single breakthrough, but the quiet way systems evolve alongside us. The massive secret next door is about how innovation is no longer distant or futuristic, it is embedded right beside what you already use, already trust, and already depend on. Think about how quickly normal things become extraordinary without announcement. One day something feels optional, the next day it feels essential. That transition rarely makes noise, and that is why it happens so smoothly. Stay with this thought, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. When Musk points toward what is about to be exposed, he is pointing toward awareness catching up with reality, toward people finally noticing how deeply integrated technology, intelligence, and daily decision-making have become. This is not a warning, it is an invitation to understand where the world is gently moving. You may have noticed that progress today does not arrive in sudden leaps, but in quiet upgrades. Small improvements stack on top of each other until suddenly the environment around you feels different. Elon Musk understands this better than most, and that is why his words often sound calm, measured, and forward-looking. The secret next door is not hidden because it is dangerous, it is hidden because it feels normal. And normal things are easy to ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this simplicity. The exposure he refers to is not destruction, it is clarity. It is people finally realizing how much power exists in the systems that guide transportation, communication, energy, and even thought patterns. When clarity arrives, it does not shock, it aligns. There is a reason why conversations around innovation often feel overwhelming, and that reason is speed. Things are moving fast, but not chaotically. They are moving in patterns. Elon Musk often emphasizes responsibility alongside innovation, and when he hints that something next door is about to be exposed, he is highlighting the moment when responsibility becomes shared, not centralized. This is the moment when ordinary people begin to understand how their choices connect to larger systems. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you here. Awareness is the true exposure. Once people understand how close the future really is, they begin to engage with it differently. Fear fades, curiosity grows, and intention replaces confusion. What makes this moment special is that it does not demand action, it invites reflection. The massive secret is not about doing more, but about seeing more. Elon Musk's vision has always been rooted in long-term thinking, and long-term thinking requires patience. The next door he refers to is metaphorical. It represents proximity. The future is not across the world or decades away, it is right beside present choices. That is why exposure feels personal. When you realize that the systems shaping tomorrow are influenced by everyday behavior today, you begin to feel included rather than excluded. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this sense of inclusion. This is also why so many people feel a quiet shift inside themselves. They sense that the way they interact with technology, information, and opportunity is changing. Elon Musk's words resonate because they reflect what many already feel but cannot yet name. The secret next door is the realization that intelligence, efficiency, and adaptability are becoming part of the environment itself, not just tools you pick up and put down. This realization is not meant to scare you. It is meant to empower you. When you understand the environment, you move through it with confidence. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. As more people become aware, conversations change. They become less about fear and more about responsibility. Less about control and more about collaboration. Elon Musk has often spoken about humanity growing alongside its creations, not being replaced by them. The exposure he hints at is a shared moment of recognition. Recognition that the future is being built quietly, ethically, and incrementally. When people see this clearly, panic dissolves. Curiosity takes its place. That is the shift happening next door. If this perspective resonates with you, it means you are already paying attention. It means you are open to understanding rather than reacting. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in that openness. Awareness is the real advantage in a fast-changing world. Those who see patterns early move calmly while others rush later. Elon Musk's words are not instructions, they are signals. Signals for those who listen without rushing. Before you leave, take a moment. If this message made you think differently, if it brought clarity instead of noise, support the channel by liking this video, subscribing for more calm and insightful content, and sharing it with someone who enjoys understanding the bigger picture. And if you feel aligned with this message, comment Amen below and let others know they are not alone in seeing this shift. Stay till the end of your own curiosity, because something huge is always waiting for those who choose awareness over noise. Stay with me a little longer and do not let your attention drift, because what we are unfolding here works only if you allow the idea to complete itself. And yes, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, something that connects quietly with your own life in ways you may not expect. When people hear a name like Elon Musk, they often imagine rockets, cars, or big announcements, but what actually matters most in his words are not the headlines, they are the patterns beneath them. He speaks about how the future grows beside the present, not replacing it suddenly, but living next to it until one day people finally notice it has been there all along. That is the secret next door. It is not hidden by force, it is hidden by familiarity. Things that are familiar rarely feel important, yet they shape us the most. Think about how often you interact with systems that guide your choices without you actively thinking about them. Navigation, recommendations, automation, efficiency. None of these feel dramatic, yet together they quietly redefine how time, effort, and opportunity flow. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. The exposure that is coming is not a single reveal, it is a collective moment where people begin to see how deeply integrated these systems have become. Elon Musk has repeatedly hinted that the real transformation happens when awareness spreads, not when technology launches. Technology already exists. What changes everything is when people understand how close it is to their everyday decisions. That understanding brings clarity, not fear. It brings confidence, not confusion. Stay with this thought. The future is not something that suddenly arrives. It slowly becomes normal. That is why so many people feel like time is moving faster. It is not time itself, it is alignment. Systems aligning with human habits more smoothly than ever before. When Musk talks about exposure, he is talking about this alignment becoming visible to everyone at once. You might notice how conversations are changing. Less talk about whether something will happen, more talk about how it should happen. That shift matters. It shows maturity. It shows readiness. Elon Musk often emphasizes responsibility because innovation without awareness creates imbalance, but innovation with awareness creates progress that feels natural. The secret next door is that progress no longer asks for permission. It adapts quietly until it becomes indispensable. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in understanding how to move with this progress instead of resisting it. When you move with it, life feels smoother. Decisions feel clearer. Anxiety fades because you are no longer guessing what is coming. You see it forming. There is also a personal layer to this that many people miss. As systems become more intelligent and efficient, the value of human intention increases. What you choose to focus on, what you support, what you ignore, all begin to matter more. Elon Musk has hinted many times that the future rewards clarity of thought. Not speed. Not noise. Clarity. That is why messages like this resonate with people who already feel overwhelmed by constant information. This is not about consuming more. It is about understanding better. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you here. When you understand better, you regain control over how you engage with the world. The exposure next door is also about transparency. Systems that once felt invisible become understandable. Not because they are suddenly explained in detail, but because their effects become obvious. You see patterns repeating. You see outcomes aligning. You see cause and effect more clearly. That clarity changes how you trust, how you plan, and how you participate. Elon Musk's calm tone reflects this. He does not rush people. He allows them to arrive at understanding on their own. That is powerful. Stay with this calm. It is part of the shift. Many people think the future belongs to those who move fastest. In reality, it belongs to those who see clearly. Speed without direction leads to exhaustion. Clarity with patience leads to momentum. Elon Musk's insights often point toward long-term thinking, and long-term thinking requires stillness. That stillness is rare today, which is why those who practice it stand out. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this stillness. When you slow down mentally, you begin to notice what others miss. You begin to anticipate instead of react. As awareness spreads, the conversation becomes less about fear of change and more about participation in change. That is where confidence grows. You are no longer watching from the outside. You are part of the environment shaping tomorrow. Elon Musk's words act like mirrors. They reflect what is already happening and invite you to recognize your place within it. This recognition is empowering. It replaces uncertainty with curiosity. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you in that curiosity. If this message is holding your attention, that is not by accident. It means your mind is open to understanding patterns rather than chasing noise. Support this kind of content by liking and subscribing so you continue receiving calm, thoughtful perspectives that help you see clearly. Share this with someone who enjoys looking beyond headlines and into meaning. And if this message resonates with you, comment Amen below and let others know they are not alone in sensing this shift. Stay curious. Stay aware. Because right next door to the present, the future is already taking shape, and those who notice early move forward with confidence rather than confusion. Stay right here and let this thought finish forming, because the reason this feels different from ordinary information is that it is not trying to impress you, it is trying to settle into your understanding. And yes, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Something that quietly connects everything you have been sensing lately. When Elon Musk speaks about progress, he is not speaking only to engineers or investors, he is speaking to everyday people who live inside systems without always noticing how those systems are shaping their time, attention, and choices. The secret next door is not hidden behind secrecy, it is hidden behind routine. Routine is powerful because it becomes invisible. You wake up, you scroll, you move, you decide, and all of this feels natural, yet each small interaction feeds into something larger. That larger structure has been growing quietly, efficiently, and patiently, and now awareness is beginning to catch up. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in realizing how close this has been all along. Most people think exposure means revelation, but real exposure often means recognition. You recognize patterns that were always present. You recognize how convenience slowly becomes dependence, and how dependence reshapes behavior. This is not negative or positive by default, it simply is. Elon Musk often emphasizes neutrality paired with responsibility. Tools themselves are neutral. What matters is how consciously they are used. The moment people become aware of how deeply tools are integrated into daily life, the relationship changes. You stop being passive. You become intentional. Stay with this, because something huge is waiting for you in that shift from passive to intentional. Think about how quickly people adapt without resistance when something genuinely helps them. There is no force involved. There is no struggle. It just fits. That is how the most powerful systems grow. They do not announce themselves loudly. They blend in. Elon Musk understands that blending is not hiding, it is evolution. The exposure he hints at is the moment when people collectively realize how much blending has already occurred. That realization does not create fear. It creates responsibility. Responsibility feels heavier at first, but it also feels grounding. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you in that grounding. You may have noticed that discussions about the future are no longer about distant decades. They are about now. Not because something sudden happened, but because enough small changes stacked together to reach visibility. This stacking effect is subtle. Each layer feels insignificant until the picture becomes clear. Elon Musk often speaks in layers. If you listen closely, you hear consistency rather than shock. The secret next door is consistency itself. Progress does not jump. It accumulates. And accumulation is easy to miss when you are living inside it. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in recognizing accumulation. There is also a reason why some people feel calm when hearing about these shifts while others feel overwhelmed. Calm comes from understanding. Overwhelm comes from surprise. When you understand that change grows gradually, fear loses its grip. Elon Musk's calm tone is not accidental. It reflects confidence in humanity's ability to adapt thoughtfully when given clarity. The exposure he hints at is clarity becoming widespread. When clarity spreads, panic fades. People stop reacting and start participating. Stay with this thought. Participation is empowerment. As systems become more intelligent and more efficient, the value of human awareness increases. Awareness becomes the currency that cannot be automated. Your attention, your intention, your ability to choose thoughtfully. These become more valuable, not less. Elon Musk has hinted many times that the future rewards those who think deeply rather than those who consume endlessly. That is why staying with a message like this matters. It trains patience. It trains focus. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in training your focus. Notice how much of modern life is designed to pull you away quickly. Quick clips, quick reactions, quick opinions. Depth requires resistance to speed. Elon Musk's long-term vision requires patience to understand. The secret next door is that depth is becoming rare, and rarity creates value. Those who slow down gain an advantage that cannot be copied easily. This is not about being smarter. It is about being present. Stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you in presence. When exposure happens, it does not force change. It invites choice. You choose how you engage. You choose what you support. You choose what you ignore. These choices ripple outward more than ever before because systems respond to patterns of behavior. Elon Musk often speaks about feedback loops. Awareness is the beginning of a healthy feedback loop. When you see how your actions connect to outcomes, you regain a sense of control. Stay with this idea. Control does not mean domination. It means alignment. Many people believe the future belongs to those who predict it. In reality, it belongs to those who understand it as it forms. Prediction requires guessing. Understanding requires observation. Elon Musk observes deeply. He watches how people interact with tools, how habits form, how resistance fades. The secret next door is observation becoming more valuable than speculation. When you observe clearly, you do not need to rush. You move with confidence. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in confidence that comes from understanding rather than hype. You might also feel a personal resonance with this because you are living through a time where identity itself feels fluid. Roles change. Skills evolve. Paths are no longer linear. This can feel unsettling, but it can also feel freeing. Elon Musk's vision often includes adaptability as a strength. The exposure next door is adaptability becoming essential, not optional. Those who adapt consciously feel lighter. Those who resist unconsciously feel strained. Stay with this awareness. It changes how you experience change itself. As more people begin to see these patterns, conversations shift. They become less reactive and more reflective. Less about winning arguments and more about understanding systems. This shift matters because systems shape outcomes more than opinions. Elon Musk's calm way of speaking invites reflection rather than reaction. That invitation is part of the exposure. When people reflect, they slow down the noise. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in reflection. If you are still here, it means this message is doing what it is meant to do. It is not pushing you. It is holding space for understanding. That is rare. Support content that values depth by liking and subscribing so more thoughtful conversations reach people who are ready for them. Share this with someone who enjoys seeing patterns rather than chasing headlines. And if this message aligns with how you see the world shifting, comment Amen below and let others know they are not alone in sensing this quiet transformation. Stay present. Stay curious. Because right beside ordinary life, something extraordinary is already unfolding, and those who notice early move forward with clarity, calm, and confidence rather than noise. Stay here a little more and let your attention remain steady, because what we are moving into now is the part most people never reach, not because it is complicated, but because it requires patience, and patience is rare. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, not as a surprise, but as a quiet click inside your mind where scattered thoughts suddenly line up. When Elon Musk speaks about the future being closer than we think, he is not exaggerating and he is not teasing. He is describing a psychological shift as much as a technological one. The real change happens when people stop asking what is coming and start noticing what is already here. That noticing changes behavior, and behavior changes outcomes. This is why awareness is the real exposure. Once awareness spreads, systems no longer feel mysterious. They feel understandable. And what you understand, you no longer fear or blindly follow. Think about how often you hear people say they feel tired without doing more, overwhelmed without clear reason, distracted even when nothing urgent is happening. That feeling is not random. It comes from living inside environments that are optimized for speed while the human mind still craves meaning. Elon Musk has often hinted that efficiency without understanding creates imbalance. The secret next door is not efficiency itself, it is the moment when people realize they must pair efficiency with intention. That pairing is beginning now. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in realizing that you are not behind, you are simply being invited to become more conscious. What makes this moment different from past technological shifts is subtlety. Earlier changes announced themselves loudly. This one blends. It learns. It adjusts. It responds. That responsiveness makes it feel almost alive, even though it is built from code and systems. Elon Musk understands this deeply. He knows that the future will not feel like a machine sitting in front of you. It will feel like an environment you move through. And environments shape behavior more powerfully than instructions ever could. Stay with this idea, because something huge is waiting for you in understanding how environments influence your daily choices. There is a reason why some people feel energized by change while others feel drained. Energy comes from alignment. Drain comes from resistance without understanding. When you understand what is happening, you stop fighting shadows. You start moving with clarity. Elon Musk's calm confidence comes from seeing long arcs, not short spikes. He looks at how small improvements compound over time. The secret next door is compounding itself. Tiny optimizations stacking quietly until the overall experience of life feels different. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in realizing that compounding works for awareness too. Small moments of understanding add up. You may notice that your attention itself feels more valuable lately. What you focus on shapes your mood more quickly than it used to. That is not imagination. Systems are becoming more responsive to attention. Elon Musk has spoken about feedback loops again and again. Attention is part of the loop. When you give attention blindly, you get noise back. When you give attention intentionally, you get clarity. The exposure next door is people waking up to the power of where they place their attention. Stay with this, because something huge is waiting for you in reclaiming that power. This is also why slowing down feels rebellious in a fast world. Slowing down allows you to see patterns others miss. Elon Musk's long-term thinking requires slowing down mentally even while building fast physically. That balance is rare. The secret next door is that the future rewards balance more than extremes. Extreme speed without reflection leads to burnout. Extreme caution without curiosity leads to stagnation. Balance creates momentum that lasts. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in finding your own balance. Notice how language around the future is changing. Less talk about domination, more talk about collaboration. Less talk about replacing humans, more talk about augmenting human ability. Elon Musk has repeatedly emphasized that technology should extend human potential, not erase it. The exposure he hints at is people finally seeing that they are not being sidelined, they are being invited to participate more consciously. That invitation feels different depending on how prepared you are to accept it. Stay with this awareness. It turns uncertainty into opportunity. Many people wait for permission to engage with the future. Permission from experts, permission from institutions, permission from trends. But the truth is, engagement starts with understanding. You do not need permission to pay attention. You do not need permission to think critically. Elon Musk's words often empower listeners without commanding them. That is intentional. The secret next door is autonomy growing quietly. People realizing they can choose how deeply they engage rather than being swept along unconsciously. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in that sense of autonomy. As environments become smarter, simplicity becomes more valuable. Clear thinking cuts through complexity. Elon Musk's communication style reflects this. He simplifies without dumbing down. The exposure next door is simplicity returning as a strength. When you understand the core of how things work, you are not intimidated by surface complexity. That confidence is quiet but powerful. Stay with this calm confidence. It changes how you respond to change. You might also feel a subtle shift in how you relate to time. Moments feel fuller when you are present. Days feel shorter when you are distracted. Elon Musk has hinted that the future will not just change what we do, but how we experience time itself. Efficiency frees time, but only awareness makes that time meaningful. The secret next door is people realizing that freed time without purpose feels empty, while even small moments with purpose feel rich. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in reconnecting purpose with progress. If you are still listening, it means this message is doing its job. It is not trying to rush you. It is giving your mind room to breathe. Support this kind of depth by liking and subscribing so more content like this reaches people who are ready to slow down and think clearly. Share this with someone who enjoys understanding rather than reacting. And if this message resonates with you, comment Amen below to signal that you are part of this quiet shift toward awareness. Stay curious. Stay present. Because right beside ordinary routines, a deeper understanding is unfolding, and those who stay long enough to see it move forward not with fear, but with calm confidence and clarity. Stay with this flow and do not let your attention slip even for a second, because what we are touching now is the layer most people never reach, not because it is hidden, but because it requires staying present a little longer than usual. And yes, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Something that does not arrive as a shock, but as a calm realization that feels steady and empowering. The interesting thing about the way change unfolds today is that it no longer asks for permission or announcement, it simply aligns itself with daily life until it feels normal, and that is why so many people sense that something important is happening but cannot quite name it. This is exactly the space Elon Musk often points toward without spelling it out completely, the space where awareness finally catches up with reality. When that happens, people stop chasing the future and start understanding the present more deeply. You may have noticed that the world feels more interconnected than ever, yet many individuals feel more isolated inside their own thoughts. That contrast is not accidental. Systems are becoming better at connecting information, but humans still need meaning to feel grounded. The secret next door is that meaning does not come from more input, it comes from better interpretation. Elon Musk has hinted many times that intelligence is not just about processing speed, it is about context. Context is what turns information into understanding. When people gain context, confusion dissolves naturally. Stay with this idea, because something huge is waiting for you in realizing that clarity is not something you receive, it is something you cultivate. There is also a quiet shift happening in how value is created. Earlier, value was tied to physical effort or visible output. Now, value is increasingly tied to insight, timing, and perspective. Those who understand patterns early move smoothly, while others feel like they are constantly catching up. This does not mean everyone must become an expert. It means awareness itself has become an advantage. Elon Musk's calm communication reflects this. He does not rush people because he knows that those who are ready will recognize the signal. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, in recognizing that you do not need to know everything, you only need to see clearly what matters. Think about how often you react automatically throughout the day. Notifications, opinions, trends, urgency. Most reactions are not conscious choices, they are habits. The exposure next door is people realizing how much of their energy is spent reacting rather than choosing. That realization alone changes behavior. When you pause even briefly, you reclaim a small piece of control. Elon Musk has often emphasized that the future should serve humanity, not exhaust it. That service begins with conscious engagement. Stay with this pause. Something huge is waiting for you in learning when not to react. Another layer of this shift is trust. Not blind trust, but informed trust. As systems become more complex, trust becomes selective. You begin to trust what you understand. This is healthy. Elon Musk's approach often invites scrutiny rather than obedience. He encourages people to think, question, and observe outcomes. The secret next door is critical thinking becoming mainstream again, not as skepticism, but as curiosity. Curiosity keeps the mind flexible. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in keeping your curiosity alive. You might feel that your sense of identity is also evolving. What you do, how you learn, how you contribute, all feel more fluid than before. This can feel unsettling if you expect fixed paths, but it can feel liberating if you accept adaptability as strength. Elon Musk's long-term vision always includes adaptability. He builds systems that can evolve rather than remain rigid. The exposure next door is people realizing that flexibility is not weakness. It is resilience. Stay with this thought. Something huge is waiting for you in embracing change without losing yourself. There is also an emotional aspect to this transformation. When understanding increases, anxiety decreases. Fear often comes from uncertainty, not from reality itself. Once you see patterns, you stop imagining worst cases. You begin to anticipate calmly. Elon Musk's steady tone reflects this emotional intelligence. He speaks as someone who understands that panic helps no one. The secret next door is emotional regulation becoming more important than ever. Those who can stay calm think clearly. Those who think clearly make better choices. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in calm thinking. As more people become aware, the collective conversation shifts. Less noise. More nuance. Less urgency. More intention. This does not mean the world slows down physically, it means people stop rushing mentally. That distinction matters. Elon Musk often separates physical speed from mental clarity. You can build fast while thinking slowly. The exposure next door is this balance becoming visible. Stay with this balance. It protects you from burnout and confusion. If you are still here, it means you are allowing this message to do what it is meant to do, not entertain, but engage your awareness. Support content that values depth and clarity by liking this video and subscribing so you continue to receive messages that respect your attention rather than rush it. Share this with someone who enjoys thoughtful perspectives. And if this resonates with you, comment Amen below to signal that you are part of this quiet movement toward understanding. Stay curious. Stay present. Because right beside everyday life, a deeper clarity is unfolding, and those who stay long enough to see it move forward with confidence, not noise, and with purpose, not pressure, stay right here and let this final layer complete itself, because what you are listening to now is not meant to rush you, it is meant to settle something inside you, and yes, stay till the very end, because something huge is waiting for you. Not outside, but in how you understand what is unfolding around you. When Elon Musk speaks in calm tones about the future, he is not doing it to sound mysterious, he is doing it because he understands that the biggest shifts do not need excitement to be powerful, they need clarity to be lasting. The reason this message holds your attention is because deep down you already sense that the world is changing in ways that are subtle but permanent. Not explosive changes, not overnight revolutions, but quiet rearrangements of how life flows, how decisions are made, how effort is rewarded, and how attention shapes reality. Think about how often you feel pulled in many directions at once, not because you have too much to do, but because everything competes for your focus. That competition did not appear suddenly. It grew slowly, step by step, feature by feature, convenience by convenience. This is what the secret next door really points toward. Not a hidden object, not a locked truth, but an environment that has been forming right beside daily life. Elon Musk understands environments deeply. He knows that once an environment is set, behavior follows naturally. People do not need to be forced. They adapt. They align. They flow. That is why awareness is so important now. Awareness is the moment you stop drifting and start choosing. You may notice that when you become aware of something, it immediately loses its power to control you unconsciously. It does not disappear, but your relationship with it changes. This is happening on a larger scale now. People are beginning to notice patterns they once ignored. How recommendations influence taste. How automation influences pace. How efficiency influences patience. None of these are bad on their own. They are tools. But tools used without awareness quietly reshape priorities. Elon Musk has always emphasized that tools should serve humanity, not quietly reshape it without consent. The exposure next door is consent becoming conscious again. People realizing they can choose how deeply they engage instead of being swept along. There is also a reason why this realization feels calm rather than alarming. Calm means you are understanding, not reacting. Reaction creates noise. Understanding creates direction. Elon Musk's long-term thinking is built on direction, not reaction. He looks decades ahead, but he acts in the present with precision. That same principle applies to individuals. You do not need to predict everything. You need to understand enough to move with intention. That is the quiet advantage emerging now. Those who understand do not rush. They position themselves naturally. Another important part of this shift is responsibility returning to the individual in a healthy way. Not pressure, not blame, but agency. Agency means you matter. Your choices matter. Your attention matters. Elon Musk has hinted many times that the future is not built only by a few innovators, but by millions of small daily decisions made by ordinary people. What you support. What you ignore. What you question. These things ripple outward more than ever before because systems respond to patterns. When enough people become aware, systems adapt in response. This is not control. This is participation. You might feel a subtle confidence growing as you listen. That confidence does not come from certainty. It comes from understanding that uncertainty is not dangerous when you know how to observe. Observation is a skill. Elon Musk observes deeply. He watches how things behave over time, not just how they look in headlines. The secret next door is that observation is becoming more valuable than opinion. Opinions change quickly. Observations compound. When you observe patterns, you stop being surprised by outcomes. Surprise is what creates fear. Understanding removes it. There is also an emotional maturity developing alongside this awareness. People are learning to sit with complexity without needing immediate answers. That is rare. Most people want closure quickly. But real progress often happens without closure for a long time. Elon Musk's projects take years, sometimes decades, to mature. He understands delayed gratification. The exposure next door is delayed gratification becoming relevant again in a world addicted to instant results. Those who can wait thoughtfully gain depth. Depth creates resilience. You may notice that your own tolerance for shallow noise is decreasing. Things that once entertained you now feel empty. That is not boredom. That is growth. Growth creates a hunger for meaning. Elon Musk's calm messaging resonates with people who are outgrowing surface-level stimulation. The secret next door is that meaning is becoming a competitive advantage. Not in a corporate sense, but in a personal one. Those who find meaning move with steadiness. Those who chase stimulation move in circles. This shift also changes how people relate to success. Success becomes less about appearing busy and more about being aligned. Less about speed and more about sustainability. Elon Musk often speaks about sustainability not just in energy, but in effort, in focus, in vision. Burnout helps no one. Sustainable progress changes everything. The exposure next door is people realizing that exhaustion is not a badge of honor. Clarity is. As awareness spreads, fear-based narratives lose their grip. Fear thrives on confusion. When things are understood, fear has nothing to attach to. Elon Musk's refusal to dramatize the future is intentional. Drama clouds judgment. Calm sharpens it. The secret next door is calm becoming powerful again. In a noisy world, calm stands out. Calm attracts trust. Trust builds momentum. If you are still listening, it means this message has done its work. It has slowed you down just enough to let understanding settle. Support content that respects your attention by liking this video and subscribing so you continue to receive thoughtful, steady perspectives. Share this with someone who appreciates depth over drama. And if this message resonates with you, comment Amen below as a quiet signal that you are choosing awareness over noise. Stay present. Stay curious. Because right beside the ordinary routines of life, a deeper understanding has been unfolding all along, and those who stay long enough to notice it do not rush toward the future, they walk into it calmly, confidently, and on their own terms.